No more Black Tears podcast, man. We back at it again, man. We at the next light, man. Mr. DJ Rose's in the building. Sister C's, what's good with you, man? How you been?
Yo, what's good? What's good, people?
Ferteezy, what's good?
We chilling, man. We enjoying our long work week, man.
Juice Man, what's going on?
We in this bed. Let go.
Shoot, man. What we sipping on that? We paying bills today? Oh.
And that Uncle Nears, y'all know how I do.
Okay. That's what we do. And from last thing I heard, it all happened in a week.
So, right before we started the pod, we got some breaking news that Joel Embide, the center for the 76ers, signed a 3-year, $192 million extension. Now, from what I've read, this will make him, at the moment of this contract total, the 5th highest paid NBA player all time in terms of everything that he's earned. C's, what's your thoughts on Joel Embiid getting this money?
You gotta pay the man. He's a star player. You basically have the Sixers have to build a team around him. He's gonna get paid regardless. What think he's trash or whatever you think, he's gonna get paid. You're just gonna continuously see players get these max contracts for 4 or 5 years, 3 years. Like these extension players, they're not gonna let your star player go. So it goes. And hopefully, Philly actually get somewhere, but we'll see.
Man, Philly, I should pay that nigga, man. I'm just gonna keep it real, man. Don't nobody else really want to say it. This nigga been injury prone since he came in the league. He hasn't played no more than I think 65 games in a season. On top of that, nigga, when he is healthy, you don't even get him to the Eastern. He's never been to the Eastern Conference Finals. And let's keep this a stat. Let's keep this a buck now. Since he's been in the East has been weak. It's not like he's going up against Steph and the Warriors when they was the Warriors with Clay and them boys. It's not like he's going up against Jokic. It's not like when Dame was with the Blazers and had CJ McCollum. It's not like how the Pelicans have their little young roster now, or how Luka. The West has been pretty stacked the last 5-6 years. The East has been kind of weak, bro. Name another center in the East that's on the caliber of a Joel Embiid. You can't.
No, you can't.
Like literally, he's had to carry the entire.
Unless you want to say Giannis is a center, which I consider him a power forward, and unless you want to say Bam, which no offense to Bam, defensively he's probably better than Embiid, but offensively he's not even in the same stratosphere as him. Like, bruh, you've had Ben Simmons, you've had James Harden, Tyrese Maxey has emerged. You've had shooters from JJ Redick and other players on that team. You've had enough talent. Al Horford just won a championship. Al Horford just won a championship with the Boston Celtics. They signed Al Horford a couple years ago, and nigga, you ain't do nothing, man. So, hey, I wouldn't have paid you, bro. I would not have paid you.
So when you had traded him, and where would you have gone?
But for Embiid, you probably could have got a whole bunch of young players. I put it like this: I would have rather traded him to the Pelicans and got Zion and some picks.
You ain't getting that, nigga.
You probably could have got something, but
not from the Pelicans.
What we got next, Verteezy?
Adrian Wojnarowski, talking about the NBA. Adrian Wojnarowski used to break a lot of news. Unfortunately, he didn't break this news about Embiid because early in the week he retired.
So what they used to call his news?
Woj news.
Woj bombs.
Yeah, Woj bombs.
Almost like TNT. Dynamite.
Yeah. And
boom.
He decided to retire from ESPN this week to be the general manager of his alma mater, St. Bonaventure.
Well, it's not the general. He can't be the general manager of a college team.
No, that's the title. That's the title.
That's literally what they said.
And that's what I want to say. Is like, bro, Woj, if you got tired of having your phone on 24/7, just say that, bro. These college teams don't have no general managers. They got athletic directors.
Yeah.
So the fact that they say you're a general manager, nigga, you just wanted to leave ESPN, which I understand, but it is going to be sad because, hey, if you wanted some NBA news that was trustworthy, Adrian Wojnarowski was the nigga to go. Just like if you want some NFL news that's trustworthy, and if Adam Schefter drop it, hey, it's trustworthy. So, hey, I'm sad about that, but Adrian, you just got tired of having your phone on 24/7. They said it was so bad, this man couldn't even drive. He had to Uber everywhere because of how much he had to have his phone on him.
Just remember him being on like calls. Like he always used to like video in now. It's like, hey, we got breaking news from Woj. Let's get Woj on Sports Center. He'll also be on later on NBA on ESPN. So I mean, it's the end of an era. We're gonna see a lot of faces leaving all these different networks: NBA, Fox, ESPN. So crazy.
Yeah, man. He was Woody before Woody. He was telling all the tea. You know what I'm saying? He was snitching on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So hey, he got paid to be a snitch, just like Woody getting paid to be a snitch. Man, free Thug, free Jeffrey.
Hey, talking about freeing people. Hey, Caitlin Clark got free that second half of the WNBA season. Them bitches in the WNBA had her locked up for a little bit some games, but hey, she exploded that second half after the Olympics. C's, Rose. Do you have any predictions for the WNBA playoffs? Is there anything you're looking forward to? And with that being said, do you have any thoughts on this entire WNBA season in terms of the outlook of it?
Yeah, I don't. Well, my thoughts. I want to see the Aces in New York play again. Aces in Liberty. That's what the matchup last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see them play again. But as far as who's going to win, hopefully the Aces will win it again. As far as the thoughts, I think No More Black Tears was right. We said that Caitlin Clark was going to be able to play because I remember some of us said she was going to be able to play because she's a jump shooter. You can't stop shooting, coming off a screen and shooting the ball. And when you can shoot, you can shoot. That's what basketball is all about, putting the ball in the hoop. I was surprised by Angel Reese, all the pity pat she was doing, getting on the rebounds, missing all them layups. But she put up numbers.
Catching her own misses?
Yeah, she did her thing though. She got numbers. But I was surprised by that. I was surprised she was as good as she was. But I kind of figured Caitlin was going to do what she was going to do. And for her to be the number one pick, and for those who don't know, the number one pick usually goes to the worst team. And for her to bring them to the playoffs, because before the Olympic break, they wasn't even sniffing the playoffs.
They was near the bottom of the league.
And for her to bring her, and I ain't gonna just say her, but Leah Boston and some of the other players that they have, bring that team up, the Indiana Fever, to make the 8 seed.
6 seed.
They made the 6 seed?
Yeah.
So to bring them up to the 6 seed, not even the 8 seed, the 6 seed. Hey, shout out to her. It just took one white bee.
Hey, man, so I got 3 things that I want to say about this WNBA season. First thing, Tina Charles, she plays for the Atlanta Dream. You know, hey, shout out to her still playing.
She ain't retired yet.
Nah, she ain't retired. And that's what I was going to say. I remember being in college, and I remember when I kind of would keep with WNBA, and she was playing for New York, she was balling. Like, she was one of my favorite players then.
Big old lips.
Exactly. She used to have them big old lips, and me and C used to talk all the time. She used to wear this bright red lipstick sometimes, and I used to just think to myself, damn, she's more feminine than some of these other hoes. So shout out to her doing what she's doing. Another bitch I want to shout out, hey, Diana Taurasi, it's time for you to hang it up. I know people were saying one more season. You struggled this year. There was games where I was looking like, bitch, you look old. It's time for you to hang it up while you still can kind of play. Because if you come back for another year, bitch, you might be washed. And then Caitlin Clark, man, me and Rose said she was going to be fine this year. She was going to play. And once she got her legs underneath her, she was going to dominate second half of the season. She was pretty much dropping 20 points and 10 assists every fucking game. She led the league in assists as a rookie. She was killing these hoes. She found her jump shot the second half of the season. Hey, man, she's rookie of the year. Aja Wilson's the league MVP. I got the Aces probably winning it all. But what I hope happens, I hope in the second round we get to see Caitlin Clark face the Aces, because we get to see the best player in the league face who I think is going to be the best player in 2 years. Not 3. If you paid attention, not 3, because Juju going to come in the bitch soon. So that's what I would love to see. But it's been a great WNBA season, and shout out to T-Main for winning the fantasy league. Our inaugural fantasy WNBA league.
I will say this: touching college, this should have just left that one alone. let's be honest. Asia Wilson is the best player in the league right now. Period. Point blank.
For sure.
1,000 points. Fastest one to do it. Also doubled up and broke.
First person in WNBA or NBA to lead her league in points, rebounds, and blocks in the season.
In the same season. Plus, she also turned around and broke Angel Reese's record.
Hold on. We're not about to do that.
In the same season. I mean, so Angel Reese sits there.
I think you want to address what I said.
No, I would say him because he broke her record. It wasn't her record. The season wasn't over.
I'm saying Angel Reese literally set a record.
Passed her.
She literally set a record.
No, she set her.
And then Aja Wilson.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I'll let you have that.
She set a record and literally broke the record the next 2 weeks later.
But from my when you
so she pulled a Tom Brady when Drew Brees broke the all-time pass record and a week later Tom Brady broke it. Basically.
Like, man, the records ain't finished until the season though.
I mean, you said it was set for a day, nigga.
For me, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, besides that, we know Caitlin Clark is gonna be fucking good. She literally has carried this team and turned them around. I will say this.
Nigga, I keep saying she carried this team. She carried this league this year.
Debatable. Shut the fuck up. Basically, there's a lot of games where they literally
Cheryl Swoops.
where they literally got their ass whooped. Like they're trailing. So can they get deep in the playoffs? My prediction is it's gonna be Vegas and it's gonna be the Suns.
In the second round?
In the second round, the finals. Dream's gonna beat the Liberty somehow.
Woo! I would love to see that.
Lynx are gonna beat, and then I think Connecticut's gonna beat. They're gonna find a way to actually beat Caitlin Clark. Yes. No, they're gonna beat Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
They're gonna beat. I feel like they're the better team. They are honestly the better team.
What team is the Caitlin Clarks?
The Indiana Fever.
The Caitlin Clarks.
No.
The Caitlin Clark. Yeah, let's be honest.
Let's be honest. Aaliyah Boston and all the other girls.
Shout out to Aaliyah Boston. I follow you on TikTok.
Let's be honest, man.
Sometimes you look mannish and boyish. Sometimes, bitch, you be looking fine.
She's cute.
The Indiana Clarks.
She can ball.
She's cute.
She's been averaging like 20 and 10.
We're not about to.
Yeah.
Here's a new name: the Indiana Clarks.
No, man,
That's what
we're not
doing.
We're not gonna do that.
That's what we're doing.
Nah, we can give Caitlin Clark her flowers, but we're not about to not give.
And Kelsey Mitchell, you've been balling too for the Indiana Fever.
Yeah, we're not about to just miss all the other fine ladies on that team. You know what I'm saying?
But as far as the
especially
league,
all the sisters,
it's been one white bitch carrying that league this year.
Yeah, no, it was one. Yeah, everybody cared about one white people.
Yeah. And Aja Wilson helped carry the league this year too,
I can't
with how dominant she was.
Yeah,
because she was on some Shaq level shit this year.
Because last year it was big, but just this year the whole league wasn't big. It's just when the Fever played, people wanted to see Caitlin Clark.
But just for them people don't know this, but in finale they broke a league record in attendance.
Yeah, people wanted to see her
think
play.
about that. So when have you heard of an NBA team breaking an attendance record in the finale when most of the time most of the shit is wrapped up?
Yeah, because most of the time all their seats are already sold out.
Yeah.
So you can't break a record if you can't make seats up.
True. Hey man, talking about being in your seats. So Thursday Night Football came, and so far this year, Thursday Night Football has been good so far this year.
Yeah, because they're doing divisional games.
You know, we had the Jets against the Patriots. I just want to say this. Gerard Mayo, I thought you was mad at the end of the game because y'all lost. Nigga, y'all need to lose. Guarantee yourself a top 3 pick so you can draft Travis Hunter. Because for those who don't know, Christian Gonzalez, they drafted him last year at corner, and he was a lockdown corner. He's back this year healthy because he tore his ACL last year, or maybe it was his Achilles. But he was injured last year after like 6 games. And he came back this year so far. He's looking good. Next year, he'll be even better. If you get Travis Hunter, that second day is going to be fucking lockdown. And you can even claim a receiver for Drake May. I saw Drake May throw some passes on his last drive. That arm talent is there. We just got to see if he got the rest of the stuff to be a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, he's back. I saw him moving around this game. He was rolling out the pocket. He even ran for like a couple yards sometimes. You know, so Aaron Rodgers there, Breece Hall, I apologize, bro. Me and a lot of people in fantasy, we just did not think you deserved to be a top 3 pick. And so far in this season, you have proven that you should have went where you went. You look amazing, bro, running the ball and catching the ball.
You said that he was going to be you thought he should be that high?
Yeah. I mean, I did have Bijan and McCaffrey above him. But
those are the top 3 people you said.
Yeah, but the way he's looking, he probably could have been, maybe number 1 or whatever. But I do know in a lot of my drafts, I saw him falling down to 7. So
I ain't seen that in my draft.
Oh, really? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I had a league where I was drafting 7. He fell to me.
Oh wow, you got lucky.
Because people was taking Jefferson and the nigga. So hey, you deserve to be where they had you projected at. Last thing, man. Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson. Y'all the young niggas on the team that we talk about. Garrett Wilson, you got to play better, bro. 50 yards is not acceptable if you want to be a top 5 receiver in this game. You need to go out there and dominate. And Sauce Gardner, you let Calvin Ridley catch 2 touchdowns on you last week, nigga. Stop that. And you let some. And
he ran 1 touchdown there.
Oh, my bad. It was another nigga from the Titans that caught another touchdown on him then.
Oh, really?
But yeah, because he gave him 2 touchdowns.
Oh wow.
Last week against the Titans. And this week, you let some nigga named Pope, I don't know who the fuck that is from the Patriots, catch like a 30-yard pass on you. Nigga, you need to be one of the best corners in the league, bro. Like, I keep hearing you better than Patrick Surtain. I've been saying this for weeks. Rose can attest to it. I think Patrick Surtain is the best corner in the league. You got to step up, nigga, if y'all defense is going to be top 5. Because I had you as defense player of the year if you do what you do. And you getting burnt, nigga. You got a cool name, play some cool defense.
But you see he changed his jersey up, so he got that Peyton Manning jersey on now. with the loose sleeves.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's probably why his booty might be loose. His technique kind of loose.
And stop fucking with them hoes, man.
Yeah, so
them hoes be playing with y'all booty hoes.
Man, shout out to Aaron Rodgers. I seen some of the highlights. I was working all last night, running errands, doing my thing. But shout out to the Jets. Hopefully they'll do good. I want to see them do good. I want to see Aaron Rodgers do good, but I want to see Pat Mahomes win the Super Bowl. Since we talking about that.
Yeah, I didn't really see that game. I saw the highlights. The question is I need this question answered. It's week 2. Can Aaron Rodgers literally be consistent? Like, is he back?
3.
We coming up on week 3, but it's 2 games in. It's like
they played their 3rd game. It started yesterday, this 3rd week.
So can we see that consistency across the board?
Yeah, they 2-1.
Jets. I think the Jets are gonna be good, pretty much.
How do y'all feel about the push? Did you see that?
Salah?
Yeah.
Basically, like, they can get off me. It's like he's a Arab brother, man. Come on, like, get off me, man.
You think that, or do you think because he's Muslim, he ain't want him touching him?
I think it's just him personally. He's like, get off me, man.
I seen him hug a lot of white boys.
Yeah, man, that shit just looked weird to me, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna take Aaron Rodgers at his word.
Me too.
That nigga don't like being hugged normally, so I'm just gonna do that. But Robert Saleh, you doing a good job this year. Hey, we need more people of color being head coaches, man. So please don't fuck up and get fired this year.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers didn't really say he don't like being hugged. He said
no. He said Robert Saleh doesn't like doing hugs. No.
Yeah. So it's like, if I'm giving you a hug, but normally if I don't give you a hug, like,
it will catch me off guard too.
It's like, get off me, man.
I'm saying, like
get off me, man.
If someone try to hug me and they don't never like being hugged, it would surprise me.
Yeah, it would surprise you, but it's not like you see this face. Like, come on, we know what all that was about.
Hey man, it's a controversy, man. What is New York sports without controversy?
Yeah, so
I
love it.
So with controversy being said, we got college football this weekend, man. And the first things first, man. Archie Manning's here.
Well, we already said that.
Archie, hey.
I remember when CD said Quinn Earls last week, and I wish I could have said it, but I want to say Vertizi did bring that. Say, but that Manning boy right behind him.
Yeah.
Didn't you say that Vertizi last week? Yeah.
Specifically before the coach said, "Hey, we know who our starting one is."
Man,
before he got fucking injured, it was
fuck
like
all that, man. I didn't know that nigga was that athletic. because the Manners ain't never showed that kind of athleticism. When he ran that long ass touchdown, because I was watching the game, I was like, yo, bro, y'all can run, nigga. Like, bro,
it was surprising.
Bro, put it like this: if you was to increase Peyton Manning or Eli Manning's speed to 75, that their speed power was 55. Nigga, the league would have been fucked up.
Might have been 45.
Thank God Peyton Manning could not run. Thank God he could not run. If this nigga can throw like his uncles, and he has that athleticism that he showed last weekend, it's going to be scary for the rest of college football, and it's going to be scary when he come in the league. He was throwing dimes.
We've seen somebody like that before, though, in college football. We've seen somebody with long hair, long locks.
What, Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trevor, hey, we thought he was going to be the truth. He been garbage so far. So, hey, we'll see what happens there in Texas. But besides the quarterback situation, if you've been watching Texas, they got big boys up front, offensive and defensively. Like Georgia, Bama, hey, especially if Georgia plays like they did last week.
Against Kentucky, that was
like I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling, drinking a 6-pack, and I'm like, yo, why is this game still close?
Yeah.
And like I didn't have to watch the whole game. I'm like, bro, is Kentucky was just good? What's wrong with us? If y'all play like I did against Kentucky against Texas, we not finna beat Texas. Because Texas got some boys on that line. But the only game I'm looking forward to this weekend, and I'm pretty sure it's other games Rose is going to say, because he's a bigger college football fan than me, USC, Michigan. That's always a rivalry game. It's always a good game.
Isn't that generally, that's the Rose Bowl during the season, basically?
To me, it is, man.
Basically.
To me, they playing in California? Because that makes it the Rose Bowl.
I think they playing in
it's in Michigan.
Auburn.
It's in Michigan.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor.
Yeah, Ann Arbor. To me, I'm looking forward to that game because that game always has. Outside of the SEC, I don't think there's a better rivalry than maybe USC versus Michigan. Some people might argue Texas and Oklahoma, but to me, it'll be USC versus Michigan. So I'm looking forward to that game. We'll see what they do. The quarterback from USC is pretty good, and Michigan got some good, defensive players. So we'll see how that game goes.
Besides that, man, we're looking at a Tennessee team. A lot of people are riding on that whole Trump about Tennessee. There's like, hey, they play Kent State. Is Tennessee the third or fourth team in the SEC? A lot of people are hyped about them again like they were last year. We'll see how they do. Besides that, man, I want to see what Kansas State does against BYU. They're both 3-0. Kansas State, biggest one out of the Big 10 or Big 12. I forget which conference they're in, but they're definitely one of the headliners in their conference. It's really not that many exciting games this week. And then Clemson, NC State. A lot of people say NC State is set for that upset. They're 2-1 versus a 1-1 Clemson. Clemson is not looking as great as they have in previous years.
Yeah, so I just had a few. Did you name the Utah game? Utah-Oklahoma State? No. So Utah-Oklahoma State, their quarterbacks are, one is 25 and one is 24. And if you don't know, CJ Stroud is, 23?
Yeah, 22, 23.
Second year in the NFL. Wow. And shout out to my sister-in-law, you know what I'm saying? Ole Miss plays her husband's alma mater and my alma mater. You know what I'm saying? Ole Miss and Georgia Southern. They play. That's gonna be. I want to see that game. And James Madison and North Carolina. I want to see that game. I think that's gonna be a good game too.
Oh, North Carolina win that shit. Come on. Be for real now. Be for real.
But James Madison, they've been coming up the last couple of years. So North Carolina, they got the good coach from Texas, the old coach to Texas, but it's still North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? We ain't playing basketball, we're playing football. I know that's your school.
Yeah.
But
I give you that. We'll see, man.
We'll see what's going on. We shout out to the Panthers.
And Drake Maker, he's from North Carolina. Hey, so going to the pros, we had week 3 of the NFL season. The first 4 weeks of the NFL season is kind of weird because we're kind of figuring out what some of these teams are about, but we still aren't there yet. We'll probably know week 5. But the first thing I want to say, please allow me to get on my soapbox. I'm going to say some names. Mitchell Trubisky, Justin Fields, then you got Caleb Williams. E.J. Manuel, Cardale Jones, then you got Josh Allen. Josh Freeman, Jameis Winston, then you got Tom Brady. Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, then you got Deshaun Watson. Josh Rosen, Kyler Murray. Malik Willis, Will Levis. Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, then you got Aaron Rodgers. Paxton Lynch, Drew Lock, and now you got Bo Nix. For those who may not have been able to understand what I was trying to get at, we got to start holding these organizations accountable, bro. We got to stop just putting on these players for not being successful. I just named to you, there were some teams that drafted 2 quarterbacks in a 5-year fucking span to finally get the quarterback that's decent or to get a quarterback they think might be fucking good. Like, they think might be good. Like, Bryce Young was a rookie last year with a team that was trash. It's a reason why they had the number 1 pick. And you traded all your fucking picks away to get him. I don't care if you would have put Pat Mahomes on that team. That team is garbage. This is me as a Falcons fan telling you that. And then for you to, this year, after the second fucking game, when his best receiver is Adam fucking Thielen, and a nigga you drafted, Xavier Legette, not with a first round pick, with like a second or third round fucking pick, and you won't have a first round pick till probably next year, man, that is garbage. Panthers, you are a terrible fucking organization. We got to start holding y'all accountable, bro. We saw what Stafford did as soon as he left Detroit. He won a fucking championship. Some of y'all organizations don't know what to fucking do, and these fans organizations, you got to stop blindly supporting this shit, man. Like, and stop just blaming the players for not being successful, because if you look at Justin Fields, he's balling with the Steelers right now. But he was not doing this. Yeah, he's balling with the Steelers right now. He's 2-0. And he was not doing this with the fucking Bears. But the Bears didn't give him Keenan Allen. They didn't give him Rome, a top 10 rookie wide receiver. They didn't draft a defense that's playing top 5 right now. He only had DJ Moore for 1 year. Caleb Williams look like garbage right now. And I think Caleb Williams will be better than Justin Fields long term. But with that being said, we got to stop making it seem like these players is the reason why these franchises are horrible. Josh Rosen had 1 fucking year in Arizona before they said, hey, we're going to remove from you. People forget, E.J. Manuel was from Florida State. They traded up for that nigga, the Bills. Then 2 years later, they got Cardale Jones, who was amazing at Ohio State, to basically not play him, to then give Josh Allen the opportunity. Hey, the players need accountability too, but these organizations, they are the ones who determine the success for these players. Because like I told you a couple weeks ago, 95% of these niggas in the NFL and NBA, you are system guys. And if the system is terrible, guess what then? You're not going to be a great player. We see this shit with Tua right now. Tua was horrible, but now he got an offensive coach that made things better for him, got Tyreek Hill, and now we're thinking he's possibly a top 10 quarterback. He was never a top 10 quarterback. He just looks better now. I'm off my soapbox now. The games I'm looking forward to, Chiefs, Falcons, man. Falcons, we got the Chiefs, we got the Saints, we got the Bucks in these next three games. We got to win 2 of these 3 games if we're serious, man. If you cannot beat 2 of these 3 teams, yes, I know this is going to be hard. We don't deserve to make the playoffs because these are the caliber of teams we need to beat to be successful. Honestly, I think we can beat the Chiefs since they got an injury at running back, but we need to play better. Shout out to Kirk Cousins for that game-winning drive Monday night. Cowboys, Ravens, Lamar Jackson, it's your game. You can't go down 0-3. Whatever you got to do, nigga, in the words of that nigga from the water board, when he said, hey, man, it's 4th and 1, and you need to stop. Which one we do, coach? I don't care if you got to stab that son of a bitch. Do whatever you got to do, Lamar, to get the Ravens to 1-2 by the end of this weekend. I don't care if you got to sell popcorn. Do what you got to do. Lastly, Texans, Vikings. CJ Stroud, bro. Rose been saying it all offseason. You've been doing a lot of talking, and you have looked horrible. You got Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Joe Mixon, and you got Tank Dell, and you ain't been putting up numbers.
You got 2 wins, though.
I mean, you got 2 wins, but nigga, did y'all not see the Sunday night game? That was horrible to watch.
Yeah,
that was trash. That was so poorly played. I was like, yo, my eyeballs were screaming because it was such bad offense being played.
So let me ask you a question, because I know they made it a big deal about him going up to Caleb Williams at the end of the game. Like they made it seem like he was trying to sun him. So what was all that
I didn't have
about?
no problem with that because
What was all that about?
CJ said that, hey man, a lot of players last year told him.
I understand that, but so what was the big deal? Like what was
why people was upset?
Yeah.
They just felt like, people feel like Caleb's better than CJ Stroud because they both played in college together. People feel like Caleb's better, and then on top of that, CJ's only been in the league 1 year. So had Pat Mahomes did that, Lamar did that, they wouldn't have Caleb. Or Dak did that. They feel like CJ doesn't have the clout to do that. I didn't have an issue
when you're the best rookie that ever played the game.
Yeah, I didn't have no problem with it.
So that's all it was? It was just that? I thought it was more. So it wasn't more than that.
It was just the fact that you basically the same age as this nigga, if not, younger than this nigga, because they pretty much the same age.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, bro, who are you to be sunning this nigga? That's how they felt like it was. Where I felt like,
but that's what I'm saying. How did they feel like he was sunning him? Because I thought they just talked in the middle.
I guess because Caleb was trying to just get away from him. Whereas from Caleb's perspective, you just lost a game. You know it's your fault. You just want to hurt him to get out.
So he held on to him like, no, you go listen to what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
But he gave Caleb good advice, man. Stop taking these hits, man. Caleb, you are the future of the franchise. You're not going to win this year. Do not take unnecessary hits. And the last game, and like I said,
my bad.
No, you good. And then on the Vikings side of it, because the Vikings face the Texans, Sam Darnold, you looking good, nigga. You looking good. You proving niggas wrong. Justin Jefferson said he gonna play this weekend. Justin Jefferson, hey, bro, you said I forgot what receiver it was. Maybe Rose can correct me when it's his turn to talk. But when they said, hey, do you think the 49ers gonna guard your let's receiver? He said, hey, teams don't guard me the same way. I'm different. You are, nigga. You that guy. Like if anybody's listening to the podcast right now, there's no question who the best receiver in the league is right now. It's that nigga in Minnesota.
Yeah.
That nigga is different. And Jefferson, you is different, son. In the words of that bitch from Help to Help, you smart, you's beautiful. Like, nigga, you's different, man. So, I'm looking forward to this game because we're going to get to see a great play in Justin Jefferson go up against a pretty good defense in Houston. And CJ Stroud, this is the opportunity for you to put the big numbers for us to feel like, hey, you have arrived after all that talking you've been doing.
Yeah, I think I was one of the ones that I'm not gonna say I wasn't that he wasn't the man. It was just that I was scared to draft because I was scared of Sam Darnold. I could have drafted him in the fantasy league, but I chose Samon Ross because he had golf and he's a dog. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna fight through injuries and all that stuff.
And he will pick it up as the season goes along.
But Jefferson's got me second guessing that because he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing, man. I want to see the Falcons game. That's the really only game I care about, really, man. C's, what you got going on?
Cowboys, literally, baby poo. They're literally, to me, they're one step above the Panthers. Fucking garbage. I think the Cowboys, any hype they had. Any predictions? They are fucking garbage.
You ain't been watching this season, have you? Because the Panthers probably be the worst team ever.
3 steps above. But literally, I still think the Cowboys are garbage. They're going to have to do something drastic to change the team. The same shit they've been doing constantly, year in, year out, is getting to the point to literally, like, you've got to make a fucking change. They can't keep going to the same shit. Even if they make it to the playoffs, they have the talent, but the shit does not pan out. Literally, I think the Saints are better, a lot better than I fucking thought they were. So the Saints, Eagles are falling apart right now. I don't know what's going on. I think the Saints are winning this one. Atlanta, Kansas. I fucking think Atlanta can actually beat them. And then the last one, Lamar. You literally got to fucking win this game. We've already said it. You got to win this fucking game. There's no point. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't win this game. It's literally to the point. Like,
so if they don't win this game, are they gonna blow their season up?
Even if the Ravens lose, I think they can still win the division only because the Bengals are 0-2, and I don't trust the Steelers to keep it up, and I don't trust the Browns. But for them to get a number 1 or number 2 seed to compete for a championship, that's just out the window if they go 1-3. Hey, well, some of these people have to blow it up if they lose this weekend, man. So we're moving on to TNT.
Dynamite. Boom.
So we got some somber news, man. Last week, a young man of the name of Javion Magee from Illinois was found hanging in a tree in North Carolina, Henderson, North Carolina. My bad, C's.
So, all right. This one is a little weird, like skeptics. The man's from Chicago, first of all. Second of all, this is his first year literally being on the road. He's in North Carolina.
He's a truck driver. When he says he's on the road, that's what he means.
Yeah, he's a truck driver, first year on the road. He wasn't hanging from the tree. His neck was, he had the rope wrapped around his neck 15 times, but the rope was tied, slung up in a tree 7 to 8 feet in the air. He was basically found in a almost sitting position. That's why everybody's like, this shit sounds so fucking weird. He literally made a drop off at a Walmart distribution point, drove to a Walmart, got a blue rope. It's a fucking rope. You can do a lot of shit. You can tie some shit down. I don't know what the fuck. It's a lot of, you go, oh, it was ruled. A lot of skeptical shit around it. I wonder what's gonna come of it when the FBI and other investigations get involved with this shit. It's just one of them ones. It's sad to see. It just sounds a little fishy. That's all I'm saying.
From me and TTK talked about, we both was looking the story up. The sheriff and the mayor, the people who have been disclosing the story, they have not released footage of him actually buying rope.
They have.
They finally released footage of him buying rope.
Yeah, I saw it today.
Okay, then cool. When I last saw the story, I didn't see no. They said they didn't release the footage. I know the family, they were skeptical about was he actually, committed suicide. They wanted to see more of the autopsy report.
Another thing to add is they said there was someone on the property that saw him, like had a conversation with him or whatever. Like he had pulled over there and was parked there for a while. Somebody was cutting the grass and they had a conversation. So it's like, why the fuck don't you release the name of that person or interview them? I don't know what the fuck y'all have going on in that Henderson County or Henderson, North Carolina, but it's shit. A lot of shit is like unanswered questions.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy things going on with this story. I'm gonna say this, man. Somebody from the South, we all from the South, by the way. Man, when you drive, and I can't speak on North, I can only speak on Georgia. When people think of Georgia, they think of Atlanta, they think of Savannah. It's a lot of whole-note country-ass places in Georgia. And there's a lot of people still with backwoods mentalities. We just saw, Aubrey, get killed with some niggas who jumped in a pickup truck and chased that nigga while he was jogging one morning, just a couple years ago. So there's still a lot of people who harbor hatred in their hearts for black people. I don't know if he committed suicide. I don't know if this was a lynching. I will say this, for this to be 2024, for it not to be getting the media coverage that it probably should be getting, I'm disappointed because I feel like this is something we need to find out. Did he commit suicide or was this possibly a lynching? And I just want to say real quick before I pass the mic over to Rose, it's crazy that he's from Illinois, where Emmett Till was from, and he came to the South and he got lynched he was found hanging or whatever, killed like Emmett Till. Like this shit is kind of crazy to me, man. For those who don't understand, there are people who are in charge. They don't want to see things change and progress, and it would not put it past. It would not. I would not be shocked if this was a lynching, but I hate to say it like this. I would rather it be he just committed suicide, because if it's a lynching, this is an alert to all black people, man. Especially those like myself who don't believe in carrying firearms. Hey, man, protect your neck. I don't mean that in a joking way, and be strapped.
Sundown towns.
Yeah, I got tears for the situation. I don't know too much about it. I saw him buying the rope, but I don't know. I'll wait till a little bit later because I got tears that he passed away. But if I find out he killed himself, then man, I'm wiping my tears away.
Hey, man. Talking about someone else who passed away this week. Tito Jackson of the Jackson 5 passed away this week. C's, man, what's your thoughts?
That's tears, man. I mean, it's only 3 members I literally think of besides. It's 2 other members besides Mike I think of when it comes to the Jackson 5. It's literally Tito and Jermaine. Jermaine, I heard he was, the playboy, whatever, but wasn't Tito the oldest brother? Literally, you hear stories of if he didn't get Joe Jackson's guitar, we would never have the Jackson 5.
A lot of people do surmise that if he never would have got called the guitar, maybe Joe Jackson would never have taught him how to sing and dance.
So there's that factor. And then it's like, remember the jokes with Chris Tucker talking about Tito! And Michael Jackson it's that. And literally when I think of Jackson 5 besides Michael, I think of Tito. And in my view, that's what I've seen from the Jackson 5. I literally think of Tito as the other member.
I got tears. Me and C's talked about this last night, man. Michael Jackson to me is the greatest entertainer in terms of singing or performing music of all time. He's the greatest artist of all time. I feel like you can make a serious argument that the Jackson 5 is the greatest group of all time. Like, I understand some people would say the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, maybe Boyz II Men, the Isley Brothers, but what the Jackson 5 did in their time period, and what they did with their performances, and what they did with the hit songs they made, and the longevity they had, because even as adults, they were still performing after Michael Jackson became Michael Jackson. After he had his whole solo career, they were still performing as a group at times in the 2000s. Like, I just feel like the Jackson 5, it's a group that we don't really put the proper respect that we should put on it. And I'm sad because in the words of the movie An American Dream, the Jackson 5 story, yeah, man, this is an American group right here that was amazing to me. So, tears, R.I.P. Tito Jackson, hey, moving on to something that's a little bit more happier seas. They announced that Batman, and it wasn't Michael Keaton, I'm Batman. Give me your best I'm Batman voice.
I'm Batman.
Batman is
Batman. Gotham City. Gotham. What are you doing?
Batman is going to get a star on a Hollywood.
Rose, where the mask at? Where the mask at, Rose? The Batman mask.
Batman is going to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. There are other fictional characters that have stars on Walk of Fame. From Snoopy to Bugs Bunny to Winnie the Pooh to Big Bird and the Muppets and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck.
I'm disappointed. Why the fuck don't the Animaniacs have a fucking star?
I don't know. TTK was mad that Shrek had a star because he only got 2 good movies.
That's all I'm saying.
But Batman will be the first comic book superhero to have the star on the Walk of Fame. Tears or no tears, C's?
Tears of joy, man. It's Batman, man. Like, as much crap I talk about Batman, there's literally so many variations. Like, I literally saw a version where Azrael when Batman gets his back broken by Bane, Azrael takes over the mantle of Batman in another universe. Batman never heals properly. Whole alternative. Batman Beyond. Batman is Batman. Literally, there's so many variations of Batman. It's like before you give a Spider-Man, a Superman, a Flash, or any other superhero, literally you can't, like, he is one of the biggest figures. From the show to the movie to the spinoffs to all the comics, he is literally the apex of comic books. He is like there's spinoffs of him. Like, there's literally in Invincible, there's a fake ass version of the Batman in the universe. So Marvel's also tried to make their own version of a Batman. So it just goes to show you how big of a cultural icon he is worldwide. We were just talking about Michael Jackson. You talk about music. You can't talk about comic books or superhero movies without talking about Batman. So, tears of joy. Congratulations, Batman, to everybody who's ever played him in a movie or did his voice. Rest in peace to Kevin
Conroy.
Kevin Conroy, rest in peace, man. Congratulations, bro. Appreciate you. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man. The way I looked at it, man, like in terms of comic books, Superman was the first, so I can understand when people were upset. But when I looked at it like this: who has the best movies overall and the TV shows? Batman has like 2-3 animated TV shows, as well as he's part of Justice League TV shows. For those who are 90s babies who grew up watching that, Batman has movies where you had Michael Keaton play him, you had George Clooney play him, you had Val Kilmer played him, you had motherfucking Christian Bale played him, like you had Adam West play him way back in the day in a TV show. And you just shout out Kevin Conroy, who did the voice anime for him. Recently, you had Ben Affleck play him, and you had Robert Pattinson play him in the new Batman, which is finna get a second Batman next year. And there's other people I can name too from Keanu Reeves who played in the Lego movie. Like, when you have that much work out there in terms of Batman, Batman's bigger than superheroes, bro. People who don't even keep up with comic books know who Batman is. People who don't even like reading comic books have seen a Batman movie, at least one Batman movie. So to be honest, I'm shocked it took this long for him to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame if we are giving stars to people that don't exist. Batman definitely deserves it, man. So tears of joy, man. But I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm going to tell you who needed Batman. Columbus, Georgia. Because they are out there thugging like it's fucking legal. Peewee, Longway, and them boys was trapping, moving drugs, narcotics, and all kinds of stuff, allegedly. To the point where the Columbus Department of, Police busted them. They did a sting or whatever, where they found $280 million of contraband, narcotics, drugs, and money. Seeds, man.
I ain't got no tears. Anytime you live that life, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. A lot of people gonna be doing federal fucking time. You're no longer just doing shit in the state of Georgia. You are literally doing federal fucking time. They did a FBI cross-agency fucking investigation on your ass. That means DEA, ATF, and multiple counties law enforcement. In Columbus, what do you think of when it comes to Columbus? I don't think of shit. I just know it's right there by Alabama. Phoenix, what is it? Phoenix City, Alabama. That's the only shit I think of next to Columbus. Ain't shit. What, Fort Benning maybe? When the last time I ain't never fucking thought of Fort Benning after besides that. Basically why it's so big. Allegedly, Peewee Longway was I don't even know. I can't confirm if this man was arrested in the bust or not. I just know he was associated with these particular groups that starts with a Z. I'm not going to say the actual name of the people, but look up Operation Sweet Silence. These people found $280 million worth of contraband, meaning guns, drugs, and cash money. $300,000 worth of almost $300,000 worth of cash. And numbers. When I say numbers, 55,000 pounds worth of weed. 55 fucking thousand. We're talking about fucking tons. If you know tons, a ton is like a fucking 1,000 pounds. We are talking about a massive fucking amount of fucking drugs. And that's not the only drugs they had. They also had fentanyl and cocaine and other drugs. This shit does not happen every fucking day. This shit is big for the state and it's big for the nation. They literally shut down one of the biggest fucking operations they fucking seen in the state.
I got tears because if you would have told me you found almost $300 million of drugs, money, and contraband and narcotics in Atlanta, I would be like, damn, that's a lot. The fact that you found this in Columbus, Georgia, which I've been to Columbus, Georgia a few times, only because when I went to see my grandma on my dad's side of the family, you take the train and literally you stop in Columbus and you follow Alabama. For those who might know where that is, like it's literally like 45 minutes to an hour away. So I would get picked up from the train with my brothers or whatever in Columbus, Georgia. Columbus, Georgia sticks. Like for y'all to be doing that in the sticks, nigga, y'all need to start going to the deserts and the countries of Columbus, Georgia, because I guarantee you, it's at least 100 dead bodies. Because you do not have that much money due to drug money and contraband, and niggas is not dead.
It's funny the what fact that you said that. That's how many people got arrested too. 100 bodies, 100 bodies for 100 bodies, I guess.
So, hey, Peewee, Longway, I don't know about your music. I wish to learn more about your music now because it sounds like you really was about the shit. Because a lot of these niggas rapping nowadays, hey, they rapping your story. So you need, hey, if you beat the case, you need to go and catch these niggas like Michael Irvin's son. And you need to, Tarantino something, you need to go find these niggas and be like, yo, y'all rapping what I'm actually doing out here, bruh.
Yeah. I got tears. I can't believe. The only reason I got tears because I can't believe you don't know who P and Wale music is.
Oh, I do. I had to tell bro. I was like, he a mixtape rapper, man. Like he famous on the mixtapes.
He's not even really. He got mixtapes, but he that dude. He got plenty of good music. So you know who Money Man is?
Moneybagg Yo? Now I don't know who Money Man is. Then
I'll give Peewee this though. When he did that Vlad interview, he said, "No, I'm just a rapper. I don't do none of that." That's the one thing I give Peewee. He did say, "Vlad, no, I don't do none of that."
Yeah. So yeah. Look him up and check him out. We'll listen to some of his music after the pod. But yeah, I got tears.
Hey man, talking about motherfuckers doing real federal time. Diddy got arrested this week on crimes of sex trafficking and a whole bunch of other stuff. Allegedly, they found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his house. They found a whole bunch of sex toys, they found sex rooms. I got tears, man. And this is why I got tears. Diddy, what the fuck you didn't flee the country for? You got your own jet. Like, when everything happened a month or two ago, people was like, oh, Diddy's going to be straight because he's still in the country. We saw you in Miami chilling. We saw you in New York chilling. I'm gonna be real, and I hope the federal government don't try to find me. If I ever do some shit like you did, Diddy, and the federal government raid my house, but they don't arrest me, they don't take my passport, I'm gone.
Did they take his passport?
No, they didn't take his passport when they raided the house originally. I'm gone, bro. I'm gone. I'm getting on my private jet. I'm looking up countries that do not have extradition. Like countries I can go to and you can't pull my black ass from. I'm doing what Russell Simmons did. When they was talking about getting Russell Simmons looked at y'all and said, it's been nice, bye. That's what the fuck I'm doing, bro. Like, you may see me on It Is What It Is, and I may Skype them niggas and I'll be like, yeah, man, let's talk about what's going on this week. Hey, where you at, bro, TZ? Oh, I'm over here, bro. Oh, you ain't afraid about saying you drop your location? Nigga, we got no extradition. They ain't coming to get me. Like, Diddy, you a fool, nigga. Because the fact that you stayed in America, either you delusional or the wrong people's around you telling you going to get off. Because, nigga, I would have been fucking left.
Yeah, I got tears because last thing I know, what all these hoes is talking about is getting flued out. So basically, they arrested him for flying hoes out.
And there was a phase on for being freaky.
They arrested him for flying hoes out. You get arrested for sex trafficking because you've been flying hoes out the bus. But the whole time, we talk about this all the time, hoes trying to get flew out. What's that? Flued out. They trying to get flued out. But he's sending flights and not here in jail. So it's like, who's really to blame? Like, I feel like he didn't do nothing wrong. Like, everybody is like, you ain't hear nothing about no underage girls. Talking about sex workers. Nah, so y'all ain't get paid? They ain't get paid? They got paid. Come on, man. I blame Cassie, or what the Cassie. Like, you greedy hoe. Like, this man, a father, a mogul. He did stuff for the communities. Like, they taking away all that stuff, like, because he was flying hoes out. Man, I got tears, man.
I ain't got no tears. Nigga, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. You're a monster. Oh, like I don't know what he actually did and didn't do. So it's like it seems like the timing of shit. I said this like 3-4 weeks ago, like a month or two ago. I said, why the fuck do y'all wait till somebody gets in trouble to call fuckers out? And that goes for all you fuckers, Jaguar Wright, and all you old people that were signed. Like the people that actually supposedly got hurt by them didn't say shit. Craig Mack, that nigga was
got paid,
fucked up or whatever. He chilled. Shit, Biggie was dead. I don't like Kim. Don't say shit. Little C's don't say shit.
One person that was saying something was Mace.
It was like Mace, like he been saying this shit for the last.
But only reason he was saying something because he ain't get paid.
And then he got paid. He was like, "Hey, I'm good. It is what it is." Basically, shout out to the podcast, man. But Sean, man, like the only reason I don't have tears for that shit is because you got the scholarships and you're literally doing shit for your country. This nigga did a fucking 720 on niggas and said, I'm saving and I'm the Belize version of fucking Obama. That's basically what this nigga did. So I mean, it's crazy to see.
If we gonna talk about Sean, man, we gotta talk about it. I'm gonna let Vertiza shine in on that one. You got something to say about that, Vertiza?
Man,
I hope so.
You a whole ass nigga, man.
He a politician, man.
Nah, man, nigga can't. I can't give you a band and set you straight in the words of Rose for the Pod, and you come out here when you ain't said nothing negative about the whole time, and then try to say all this fucked up shit.
As soon as I get locked, but I can't get to you.
Exactly. And you ain't dropped no music for me, really? I'll be honest. I hate to say this. Diddy ain't made no money off Shine.
No,
he ain't made no money off Shine. Shine made money with Diddy, but
he
Diddy ain't made no money off Shine.
Nah, I did a 10-year bid for that nigga.
Man, he was straight in jail.
10.
And then he got deported, but he got deported to Belize.
I think he actually did try to do an album and he tried to do a song.
Niggas like Sean, who got a nigga like Diddy who send them money and look out for them, they straight in jail, man. They straight in prison, bro. They getting money put on their books. They getting money put on their little cash app or whatever. They paying off guards. That nigga might have been eating juicy crab every fucking day, bro. I see niggas who don't have bread like that eat juicy crab.
Hold up.
He was straight, bro.
J-Lo said.
And he fucking them female guards.
J-Lo said, I gotta get away from this nigga. As soon as that shit happened with Sean, J-Lo was like, nah, I gotta stop fucking with these niggas, man.
Just like her. I thought she was J-Lo from the block.
Nah,
Jay from the block. Nah, ho. Switching up, man. I ain't gonna get. No, I can't even do it.
Man, what's wrong with these hoes, y'all?
Man, what's wrong with Sean? Yeah, he the whole of the week. Cause man, that blew my mind. I just as soon as the man get locked up, you just say he ruined my life. And what was all this energy? What was all this energy when you got out? You've been out for a long time, sir.
Hey man, I don't know what's wrong with these hoes.
Never trust hoes for Belize.
I don't know what's wrong with these white people, but apparently these white hoes are saying never trust people of color. So to the people listening, give me a little time to set the story up. There was this white girl who posted on her story time that her and her white group of friends had befriended a black girl. They never had a black female friend before. She referred to her as like, hey, we had our own little ninja. Then apparently after a couple months of being friends with the black girl was stirring up drama in terms of saying this person said this, that person said this. They confronted her one night at like a park or something. Apparently the black girl denied it, and basically they ended up getting in a tussle with her. And the white girl said, hey, we had to cut her off for good to preserve our friendship. And it just taught us to love each other and never trust people of color. Man, what's wrong with these hoes? Man, first of all, hey man, this is why I say all the time to you black people that want to move in these white neighborhoods and let your black kids be friends with nothing but white people, it is important for your kids to have friends that look like them and understand their culture, because this is some crazy ass shit. The fact that this white bitch felt comfortable enough to tell this, because I don't have no problem with the story, except for the fact of you made it about the girl's skin color. Like if you would have just told a story and even posted all the pictures and just talk about how the girl was trifling and all this other stuff, that's what hoes do. Y'all are two-faced it. So I'll be honest, I have no doubt that the black girl probably did that shit. But for you to make it seem like that's a representation of all black people, and that's one of the reasons why I say sometimes on the pod, I know people don't like it. As a black person, you don't represent just yourself. You don't represent just your family. You represent a whole fucking race. Because there are people out here who, when they see black people, you might be the only representation they see, and they're going to put that on all of you. Like, this is some ignorant ass shit when I saw it. This was some racist ass shit when I saw it. And if you thought it was cool for this white girl to go on social media and be like, never trust people of color, then, hey, man, I hate to say it, bro, then you probably racist too then, man. Because the fact that just because this girl was black and did all that shady shit, it's white bitches that do that shit too. They be out here fucking they best friend man. Like, bro, we see stories all the time where white bitches fucking their best friend, fucking husband, have a kid, be living next door to their best friend, and the kids are half siblings and never fucking know. Like, bro, I said this.
We talking about Stafford's wife?
Yeah, so, and shit like that. And I said this to D-Will earlier, man. This shit, a black hoe and a white hoe is this. Black hoe be a hoe and end up marrying a nigga from projects. A white hoe be a hoe, and somehow 20 years later, you like, damn, bro, she married to this congressman right here. Like, that really be the case, bro. Because these white hoes go to college for the whole football team, and then
learn how to suck dick,
and then marry somebody who graduated law school or became a doctor, and now you married to a senator. And then when niggas see you, they be like, damn, bitch, I remember we called you the Glock Glock Hot Hot 5000. Like, this shit is crazy right here, man. So I don't know what's wrong with these white hoes.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with them either, man. It's like, but it's simple though, because like in the game of spades, it's like you only dealt, you can only play the cards that you dealt. So when you dealt Joker, deuce, you can talk all the trash in the world. You talk all the trash in the world, but are you really good? Are you really that person? Are you really that girl? Are you really that dude? No, you're not. You just got dealt a good hand. So when it comes to the white girls and all that stuff, they've been spoiled and all their life. So it's like, so when something comes against them, or when they get the hand on with a 3 of spade and no face cards, then it's a problem. And that's the only way I can describe it, man. I don't want to get too deep into it, man, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. C's, man, how you doing?
I can 100% feel white, the beautiful white girl. Don't trust them niggas over there. I'm 100% with it. Nah, what threw me off though, really on a serious note, was she described all this shit and then literally used the ninja emoji. The ninja. She said people of color, so I'm thinking, that could be Asian, Hispanic, Arab, Black. That could be anybody.
Did she say people of color?
She said POC.
POC.
But then when she did the story, she literally used the fucking ninja emoji.
Yeah, cause when we take the topics, when I was like, "What's POC?" I was thinking like, pay on,
pay on coordination or some shit.
I'm like, oh, people of color. I'm like,
point of contact. Point of contact.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Like
that's what I was thinking. Point of contact. That's what.
Like,
there you go. You know what I mean?
But it's literally like I really can't add nothing because it's like Vertizi hit on the head. People ain't shit. Every person of every single race will do you dirty. So it's like you let this girl come into your circle. Honestly, I might not even believe the story because this bitch had the audacity to post the fucking story on the internet. We live in the era of clout. It's like, bitch, you probably just posted this shit simply just to get a reaction. If it's true, I'm sorry. We're sorry. That bitch is probably sorry it happened to you, bitch. You got done dirty. But if you base something done wrong to you off an entire race of one thing done wrong to you, you're gonna hate a whole lot of fucking people. Because I guarantee you, 10 times out of 11, somebody of your same race is gonna do you the same fucking way. I hate the fact that she felt comfortable enough to use the fucking ninja emoji. It's like, bitch, why don't you just say black? Fuck it, just say black, bitch. At this point, you might as well say it was some black bitch. You're racist. You're fucking racist. Your whole statement, your whole fucking thing is like, and you get that whole message. The same friend group you came close to, I guarantee you, one of your homegirls is probably fucking your man, your new man. Anyway, so I mean, hey, what's wrong with these hoes, man? Especially these of the lighter complexion.
Hey, y'all. So for the last topic of the night, there's been a lot of discussions the last couple weeks about these barbershops and how much they charge for haircuts. You know, some barbershops charge $200, $120. They've been posting how much they charge. I saw this one podcast where this female stud was talking about how she charged $80 and why she charged $80 because of the type of clippers she used, the enhancements and stuff. And then there's been people rebuttaling saying haircuts used to be $10, $20, and then they used to tip an extra $5 to $10 for the haircut. And it's brought a big discussion on like, why are these haircuts so expensive? Should they be this expensive? Should you still be tipping your barber with these new prices? Fees. We're gonna start with you.
It's constantly going up. I am part of the sexy club, the BBB, the triple Bs, bald head brothers. I'm officially part of that club, you know, balling like Spalding. It's genetic for me, you know, my granddad, you know, got that gene, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. I didn't trust anybody cutting my head when I had hair. So what the fuck makes you think I'm gonna trust somebody now that I don't have hair? You can simply sit there and say, oh, I could let the guy fresh out of barber school cut your fucking hair. No, the fuck you couldn't. I have bumps and fucking bruises and cuts in my fucking head, man. But this just goes to show you, back in the day, I remember when the haircut was $12. Lake Charles, Louisiana. They used to have an old school cat used to cut my hair. I was getting the lineups with the shaving cream at 12. Not even 12. I think I might have been 10. 10 years old, I was getting that shit done. So with the whipped cream, the whole hot towel, all that, for $12. This is 20 years ago. So it's like, with inflation, everybody uses the same excuse. We're going to say, I'm not going to be the only person that says it tonight. Everybody's simply going to say, inflation, inflation, inflation. What the fuck does that mean? You just simply raising the price of everything else just because everybody else fucking does it. Like, why the fuck am I paying $25 for a fucking kid's haircut? We ain't talking about no immaculate shit. If I told you, just shave your kid's head, just cut them skin, you still charging me $25. But I understand the extra services, the enhancements, and all the other shit people get. If you make house calls, you add it on to your service. House calls, after hours, all this other shit. I'm a proponent. If you're in that field, you got the clientele that pays that, you can set your prices literally because you built yourself to that standard. But if you're just these regular ass barbers that just got in the damn shop, why the fuck are you charging $45? Oh, that's just our price. Nigga, I don't know you. You are just some shop in Atlanta or some shop in Florida that just opened up. And you don't have the clientele. You don't have the Instagram, TikTok, or online presence. You're not cutting anybody's hair. It ain't like Fab. Like Fabulous, the rapper Fabulous can pay $100 for a haircut. Because I'm paying this nigga to come out to me to cut my hair because I got a show later. I understand that. $200, you're paying for the convenience, and this barber's literally gonna take 2 hours to fucking cut your hair how you want it. But you other barbers that's just doing shit to just do shit, it's like, the fuck are we paying for? So I'm literally in the middle of the conversation for the barbers that do it and literally have that clout and the skills and a market to do that shit. Make your fucking money. But you other guys, what the fuck are you doing? This shit is ridiculous.
Yeah, man. So I just got my haircut today, man. It was $30, tip $15, so $45 total. But I talked to a lot of people who tell me their haircuts in Augusta is between $50 and $60 before the tip. I'm be honest, man. I get tired of hearing, oh man, I gotta pay for these clippers that I bought, man. These new clippers. But I was thinking to myself, like, yo, after like a couple cuts, them clippers should be paid for. So that shouldn't be the permanent price for the whole year. That should be just a temporary price for like a week or two then, man, at the most. But I was talking to DK, and he said, man, he getting so tired of these barbers talking about that they got to charge them for the clippers they use, that he said, man, he finna start pulling up the barbershops with his own clippers and finna plug them in the wall and say, hey, man, use these clippers. And then when they be like, yo, man, what you talking about? Man, you said it's $60 with your clippers. It should be like $25 with my clippers, bro. So let's go, bro. If you can cut hair, it shouldn't matter what you got. Man, I would say some of the videos I've heard, I would say this. I haven't experienced it, but I've talked to people who experienced it. Some of these niggas be using enhancements. They don't even ask you. Like, do you want these enhancements? They just start using the fucking enhancements. I don't feel like that. I remember when I used to pay $10 for my haircut. I used to pay $10, $12 for my haircut and pay and give like $15, $20 as a tip. Like total.
Okay, I was about to say, bro. I was like, hold up.
No,
you got to clarify that.
Yeah, I used to pay $10 to $12 for the haircut,
$5,
and I used to give them like a dub.
Yeah,
you know. So I just feel like, yo, man, unless you can show me how this haircut has evolved to the point where it deserves to be this much, hey, man, you got to show me. Now, I would say this: my situation, one of my homeboys is my barber. So when I pay him the money, I do feel better about the fact that I know what's going on with my homeboys. But for those who's not getting their haircut by their homeboy, and this is just your barber, and that's the extent of your relationship, I would say this, man. I do feel like, man, $50, $60 is a lot just for a fucking haircut. Because back in the day, me and TK was talking. I knew niggas who went to the barbershop every 2 weeks, if not every week.
Yeah.
And now these cuts is getting so ridiculous. Niggas started adopting my mantra. I only get my hair cut when I got some shit coming up. I'm going on a cruise. I got a wedding. I'm going to a funeral. I'm finna see a son, bitch. I go special occasion. Like when niggas say, hey, I go to church 4 times a year. I go on Easter. I go on Christmas. I go on my mom's birthday. You know, stuff like that. I go on Jesus' birthday. Like, it's starting to get out of haircuts, bro. Niggas only going 7 times a year for the haircut, bro. And I just feel like when I remember, and I'm keeping real, I remember going to the barbershop and having to wait. Like, get in that bitch, and it's 5 other niggas sitting in the chair before me.
Saturday morning.
I cannot remember the last time I went to a barbershop and I had to wait. Because I really do feel like niggas is fed up paying these prices, bro. And I'll say this last thing. I was talking to C's last. I said, C's, how much do you charge for a haircut for yourself? How much do you pay for your hair to get cut versus mine? And he said the same price. Now, without going into detail, C's is bald. I say that to say this. I got a full head of hair, man. A full fucking head of hair. And my shit be fucking thick. I do not feel like if all you finna do is make a nigga bald, C should not pay the same $30 I'm paying. That nigga should pay 10. Because, bruh, some people would say, well, you doing all... No. Because you don't have to worry about making sure it's a certain length and making sure... He has no tape line right now. He has no tape line. You don't have to give him a tape line because he's bald. Like, that made it easier for you. That's like, oh, you charge $100 to cut a front yard. My front yard is twice as big as this nigga front yard. Why is you charge us the same?
The only difference
charges is based on the size of the yard.
The only difference I did say was I'm not gonna let anybody fucking touch my head. Like, oh, just scalp me. No, nigga, because I'm bold, you can't just simply take a pair of clippers and just go, Nigga, There's skincare you have to fucking do.
If you are a suffice barber, you should be able to give somebody a ball fucking.
That's the problem. They're not.
Suffice.
These barbers fucking suck.
The fucking problem.
They fucking suck.
That's the fucking problem then. Why are you getting this certification if you ain't suffice enough to do a fucking bald fucking head?
Because they're not certified.
Then if you ain't certified, you shouldn't be charging this shit then.
Here you go. Oh shit.
This nigga saying, here you go, like this is a Lil Jon song. Like this Chipper Jones
We
walking
in
up
this
to
bitch.
back. Hey man. But I'm gonna pass it on to the certified barber at the table. Juice Man, what do you think about how much these barbers are charging for haircuts nowadays? Oh, last thing before I give it to you. Also, man, some of these niggas need to stop acting like they cutting Cam Newton hair. The average person you cutting is a middle class worker. Niggas can't pay $80 to $100 for a haircut, bro. You not cutting a super. This not Atlanta.
And I want to ask a question. Like, are you charging the same price for this middle class dude as for the baddest hoe that come in the barbershop son?
Good question.
No, because if you look at the sign, they got it by ages. If you 12 and under, it's this much.
No, but if the baddest chick in his barbershop might have somebody 15, 16. So like,
nigga might be 19.
It might be 19. So it's like, is he getting the same prices as everybody else?
Nah, because her payment is booty.
All right. Now somebody said that they were getting a haircut for how much? How much was it? Somebody said they was getting a haircut for how much?
I mean, I paid $45 a day, but 15 of that was a tip.
We're not talking about you. No, we're not talking about you. Who said somebody? How much did somebody say they paid?
A lot of people I've talked to in Augusta, my brothers included, and some of my friends say they go to these barbers in Augusta, and the cut itself starts at $50 before they even tip.
That's right. All right. But somebody said they were paying how much for a haircut?
Some of these barbers online be posting that they be paying $80, and a lot of them be posting they be paying $120, and that's before you even get into the tip. Well, and they don't be in cities like Atlanta.
I agree with y'all. See, I agree with y'all, and that's the beauty of the game. Okay, certain jobs require you to have a haircut. Those are the people we cater to. So, like, okay, let's say you have a job, you working at the bank,
military, police officers.
Yeah, okay. You got to get a haircut every week, every 2 weeks. Those are people we really cater to. Because we know you coming in with the bread and you have to get the haircut. You have to get it. So yeah, the haircut's $40. But somebody said they were paying how much? 12?
Oh no, back in the day. It was like 12.
Back in the day before I started going to
$10.
I was paying $10, $12, so I would just give them a dub.
Okay, times that by 3, how much is that?
30.
10 is 30, 12 is 36.
Yeah.
Okay, we in today's time. Today's prices.
But it's the same haircut though.
No, it don't work like that. Okay.
The
same over fucking bread is how much now?
Hey, can I be real?
No. If you go to fucking Walmart.
Haircuts was better back in the day.
No. Hell, what the fuck, boy? You lost your goddamn mind.
Oh, you ain't been to the country. Some of these.
No,
I
sir.
went to Alabama.
No,
I got
sir.
this haircut back in the day, like 6 years ago. That shit was fire.
Stop it. It would work. All right. Local bread is how much now?
I mean, depending what kind of loaf bread you get.
Doesn't matter.
If you like me,
I say doesn't matter.
Like me, you get that $1.99.
Okay, $1.99. How much was that $1.99?
Where the hell?
No. How much was that $1.99 back when you was paying $12 for a haircut?
Probably 99.
No, it was 50 cents.
I mean, maybe probably.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. It's not inflation but it is you paying the proper price for what you're getting now in today's time. It's simple. Like you say, the loaf of bread was 50 cents. Now it's $2. So that's times 4. You was getting a haircut for $12 back at the same time. It's times 3. So actually, your haircut is cheaper now if you paid it $36 for the hair. Like nigga, the $4. Come on, let's get with it.
So inflation is what you're saying.
You got
the whole show.
So my question is this: when I buy that loaf of bread, I don't tip though.
Okay.
So if I'm paying $30 for a $10 haircut, should a nigga still tip?
It's not a $30 haircut. It's not a $10 haircut. It's a $30 haircut. If you paying $30 for a haircut, the haircut's $30.
So should they still tip though?
If they choose to, they don't have to tip. Tip. It's kind of like you go to strip club. Do you have to tip the stripper?
Supposed to.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
No.
That's his own thing.
But in law, do you have to tip the stripper?
No matter what city you in.
You literally just sit there.
No, no matter what city you in. You got
Depending on the club.
It's a 2-drink minimum, and you have to tip.
But some of these DJs be like, you bum ass niggas. Yeah. This is these bitches' job.
Atlanta.
No pay-per-view. No pay-per-view. Yeah, I feel.
Yeah, but it's not. You have to tip them. It's you have to buy drinks.
Yeah, you got to buy drinks, or you need to be throwing money.
Yeah, either one, but it's not. They can't make you tip a dancer. Yeah.
So look at this, man. I've been paying big money for my haircuts ever since I can remember. And the funny thing is, when y'all
you still pay big money for your haircuts?
Yeah.
So for just a nigga to take all your hair off, you pay a lot of money for your haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Man, y'all got y'all fucking mind, bro. I wish I would. If I was balling like y'all, I wish a nigga would charge me $25 just to shave my shit off.
Because it's a harder haircut.
Yeah, I wish a nigga would.
It's a harder haircut.
Oh, you gonna have cuts and scrapes in your shit. The way you do shit, you gonna have cuts and scrapes in your shit.
The dude ball haircut.
This why MGH be shaving his own goddamn head.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, but
I just when I got
but that's what I'm saying.
A shape up or some shit.
People, okay, and you're right. If you cut your own head, cool. The only people that's gonna notice that you ain't. The only people that's gonna notice that you cut your own head is a professional. That's the only people that notice. Like if you cut your own head right now, you go out and everybody was like, oh yeah, they like your haircut. It's only going to be people that don't do it professionally. The only people that do it professionally are going to be able to look at your head and be like, yo, you did that shit your fucking self and you fucked it up. Only professionals can see that shit. You see what I'm saying? So, like, for instance, like, if you come to my shop or if I see you around town, and that's the thing. We get caught looking at people's heads like, yo, your shit fucked up. And we get caught looking at your head and we staring at it and people like, why you staring at me? Like, oh, it's nothing. We actually thinking to ourselves, yo, you got a fucked up haircut. I really want to fix that for you, but it's going to cost you. That's how we do. That's how professionals do. But
so if I paid $35 for my haircut and another barber said my shit is fucked up, what they say about the nigga that you cut my hair?
Well, if another barber says it's fucked up, it could be two things. Either he wants your business and he's hating, or two, the haircut could actually be fucked up.
So why did I pay that nigga who fucked my head up $35?
See, that's what I'm saying. It all depends because a lot of times it's called the eye. And a lot of barbers, new barbers don't have that eye. I've been cutting hair since I was 11, 10.
I'm going to say this, Juice Man, because I feel what you're saying. I agree if you're doing like a Boosie, if you're doing some of these more complicated haircuts, but then you to cut my hair for like about 4 or 5 years now. Okay. If you cut a nigga like my hair, and I just be wanting my shit just to be low. Mm. Or you just doing C's head or MGH head.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
If that shit's simple, bro. Come on, man. What we talking about?
Okay. It's simple. It's simple for me because I've been doing it for so long. But let's say like somebody like yourself did.
Nigga, if you set up, no. I'm not talking about niggas like me. I'm talking about you got a certification to do this. Mm. This is your job to do this. That's like me saying, oh man, can you escort that inmate to medical? Man, I don't know. Nigga, you certified just like me. That's a simple chore to fucking do. If you certified to cut hair. To do a haircut like mine, you should be able to do in your sleep.
Just because they certified don't mean they any good.
Then why you got a certification?
It's different for me. I've been cutting hair since I've been 10. Like I got clients I had them for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? I got 30-year clients. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for instance, okay, for you, like I say, your fade is flawless. If a barber came and said, hey, your fade is fucked up, they're fucking lying to you. They just want you in their chair. They're trying to get your bread. You see what I'm saying? Because you can just, there's certain ways you can look at a fade or a cut to see if it's any flaws. And I do that with all my clients. Like all my clients get fladeless flaws, fades. So like you get a fade from me is a dude back in the day we used to call JR. he was the illest. So I try to get my face like JR. I want somebody to see my face and be like, yo, who the fuck you cut your hair? Because I'm trying to go see them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do my shit. So it's like, if a nigga complain about me, he's a fucking liar, bro. Because my shit be flawless. There ain't no fucking way ain't no way I'm gonna let a dude leave my chair and that shit's fucked up because I need the word of mouth. I go by word of mouth. I don't go on YouTube and what's it called? Publicity. The publicity is word of mouth for me. So I need niggas to see you and you tell them who the fuck they got their haircut from. Because bruh, I'm a superstar barber now. So what that means, it's a certain amount of money I make a week.
I mean, I respect that, and you know how I do when I post my little pictures after I get a haircut. I tag you in it on all the social media platforms, and I be like, "Hey, man, he cut my hair." So I respect that. Like, if you get your haircut by your barber, tag them niggas so they can get more business. So let me ask you a quick question. Mm-hmm. What about these niggas who be like, "I charge more because of the clippers I use"? Mm-hmm. What does that fucking mean?
What do they use? Like
I got these gold clippers. That's why I gotta charge you more because I'm using these gold clippers that I bought. They cost $500.
The tools do help. The tools do help with the cut. So with that being said, like somebody they got a real nice set of clippers compared to somebody that's cutting with some Walmart clippers, you can be able to tell the difference in the cut because like my cuts are smooth. I got smooth cuts. They're not crisp. Like a lot of people like, oh, I want a crispy cut. But with a crispy cut, it's easy to see the fuck ups. You see what I'm saying? My cuts are smooth. So even if I fuck up, nobody can see I fucked up. Nobody. Not a barber, it's not gonna happen because they're smooth cuts. They grow like even put it like this, okay. Like with a crispy cut, that shit gonna be gone in 3 days. My cut, you could grow a fucking afro and the cut's still gonna be looking good. You see what I'm saying? Like you could tell that I put precision and detail in my shit. So I'm looking at it, okay, I'm cutting it now, but at the same time, because I never see these motherfuckers again, I need that shit to grow correctly. You see what I'm saying?
So my last question before we go to Rose, because he hasn't spoken yet. So what if a nigga uses enhancements? Like
it's upcharge.
Like what if I don't even ask for the enhancements and you just give me enhancements? Should I pay for that?
They're supposed to ask because it's actually an upcharge. So like let's say like you say people are doing $50 cuts or $80 cuts. That's because they're using enhancements off top. But at the same time, you really don't want the enhancements to after you see what the cut looks like because a lot of times the people that use enhancements they can't cut the hair. They fuck up the haircut and they use the enhancements to cover it up. You see what I'm saying? So then they're like, oh yeah, look at your cut. It looks good. But like I say, after you take a shower or after a day, you got a fucked up haircut.
So to the person listening right now, what the fuck is an enhancement?
Enhancement is anything I call it paint. You want me to paint you? Like if you want some paint or they put the hair fibers in you, you know what I'm saying?
So it makes the cut look more defined, makes your hair look blacker. Is that what you're talking
about? Enhancement, what it does is it enhances the cut. But if your cut is not that good, once you wash out your enhancements, you have a fucked up cut.
So this shit sound like paint.
Yeah, it's paint. But what I do is the way I cut is I cut everybody's head so it looks like an enhancement, but it's not enhancement. It's all natural. I do natural cuts. But like I say, if I did enhancements, yeah, it's an upcharge. So that $40 cut is now $60. But a lot of people in this area of town they ain't got that bread like that, so I don't even charge them like that. So I don't even fuck around like that. I just give you a cut that make it look like enhancements, so people be like, oh shit, you got the enhancements? Nah, it's natural. And they be like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, that's $100 cut. He was like, yeah, but my nigga hooked me up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
You got any thoughts, Rose?
No, I'm straight.
Hey man, C's, closing thoughts on this?
Yeah, like I said before, man, it's all relative. It's like, hey, if you got that type of clientele where you doing high end cuts or whatever, making house calls, you pretty much set your market.
House calls, you gotta charge for gas.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, like you cutting Fab, you cutting Kendrick Lamar or Drake or whoever.
That's $500 minimum.
It's like you literally pulling up to the house versus like these new barbers straight out the shop want to charge $45. Like, nah.
Bruh, I've been to Atlanta, new barbers out the shop getting $100.
Why?
It's location.
And it's not.
It's location. They in Atlanta.
Atlanta's a big city.
It's location. It's all about.
I literally had a $25 cut in a Dominican shop out there in Marietta, and it was one of the best cuts I ever had. $25. I tipped them like damn near $10, $12. I was like, shit. It's like cut, last minute cut. It was like $4.45.
He's in Atlanta, so you know how many other cuts he had.
Boom. So hey, I was out in Marietta, man. It's relative to what you want to pay,
and
but
I'm trying to think what year was this, because ain't no way. Yeah, that's white folks out of town, so you already know.
Nah, man, this is 2022.
22. That's 2 years ago. So yeah, cuts back then was $25, correct?
So it's like, and I took them. I'm like, man, one of the best cuts I ever had. But yeah, to me, it's relative, man. I'm not the type of person that's gonna let anybody touch my head. But I get both sides. I see both sides. It's simply relative to like, hey, what's your clientele, your relationship with your barber, etc., all that other shit.
Yeah, but bald heads, it has a lot to do with time too. The cut a person with hair doesn't take as long as a bald head person, because you gotta make sure you get every spot on a bald head person. So bald head person is gonna take twice as long as a regular haircut. That's the reason why it's so hard to cut, and they gotta pay just as much as a person with hair, because a person with hair is easy to cut. It's easier to cut with a person with hair, but you're cutting hair.
Hey y'all, for the last couple weeks, you know, we've been losing a lot of legends in the black community, man. Even people that may not necessarily be big names like some of the other people, we've been losing a lot of legends, man. So shout out to Tito Jackson and other legends we lost so far this year, man. It's important that we show these people what they mean to our community, why they're still living. So if they're performing still, if they're still doing tours like Frankie Beverly was, go out and support them. If they're still making movies, go support them. You know, it's important that we do that. The Jackson 5, like I said earlier, in my opinion, they are easily a top 5 greatest performing group of all time. In the words of Airbnb and Rakim, peace.
Yeah, y'all can catch it at the next light, man. We in traffic. And I'm back quiet.